the Great Dane has done it again. I don't know if you can tell, but all grass, no onion grass. I told you guys it was all gonna go away. Some people commented and said, how's onion grass turned into regular grass? Well, I don't know. My pumas are all jacked up. I showed you those for a reason. All right. Those two are done. Let me set you up here for a second. I showed you those pumas for a reason. I don't even know what today is. I've been getting a bunch of comments on my videos. Nope, 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 nope. What is on me? I feel like something was crawling on me. Nope, nope. Nope, nope. Okay, it's the 25th. My Friday lists are very short, like 10 lawns. Some of them are huge though. Like these two here aren't huge, but they're pretty big. I'm gonna put you in a mount. I gotta talk to you about something for a minute. So, stand by to stand by. Get you out of this. There you go. Okay. So about the pumas, or as they call it, I don't know. I think in the South, beats the heck out of me. They're called tennis shoes. I don't know, whatever that is. Shoes you wear when you play tennis, I guess, but they're sneakers around here. But anyway, I've been getting a bunch of comments or messages, people saying, man, why do you wear sneakers when you're mowing this and that? Oh my God. I have a feeling it's because of Brian Fullerton's video about PPE, personal protective equipment, which Brian had a lot of really good points in that video, and you guys definitely should be wearing this stuff. Hearing protection, I can't hear for crap, but I spent most of my life on a shooting range and then around equipment and stuff, and I never wore the right hearing protection for years, so half the time my hearing's horrible. But you only get one set of eyes, and when I had employees working for me, I told them guys all the time, I'll even buy you your safety. I wear these. They're safety sunglasses. They're Nemesis, and they're actually you can order them online and get them anywhere. I order them 6 pairs at a time in a box for like 25 bucks, but and that usually lasts me the whole season. But anyway, you only get one set of eyes, man, so you got to protect them. But as far as shoes go, let me tell you something. If I was doing landscaping like unilock and using wheelbarrows, stuff like that, I'd probably have boots on. You know what I mean? But all I do is mow grass. And I know some of you are going to say, you should wear boots. Let me tell you something, okay? I don't know what kind of Fisher Price Tonka mower you're using, but any commercial mower I've ever seen, hell, homeowner mowers, them blades are spinning so damn fast, I don't give a crap if you're wearing steel toe. You're stupid enough, or even on accident, you stick your toe inside that freaking deck while that blade's going, it's going right through that steel toe. I don't care what the hell you're wearing. And somebody says, well, we'll do less. Listen, so if it cuts off 3 toes instead of 2, or, you know, because you're not wearing steel toe, so what? You're still missing toes. I'm telling you. Come talk to me when you're 40 years old and been doing this for 20 years, not 4 or 5 years in the business making YouTube videos like a hotshot, okay? Let me explain something to you. You got back issues, you've been doing this forever, you're gonna stop wearing steel toe boots all damn day, especially if you're doing freaking 70 lawns a week solo, lawns my size like I do, all right? Anyway, enough of that crap. I don't, some guys got kind of crazy on the comments, and some were sending me messages saying, man, you got serious issues. What's wrong with you? Don't you know? Listen, I say that a lot. Listen, I don't understand your level of stupidity and ignorance. I do respect your commitment to it, but I don't understand it. That's on you. So, off of that, real quick, on my video yesterday, at the end I said, look, Curtis, I made stripes. That's because a lot of people were giving him shit about not striping grass in Texas, and he kept calling them stripes instead of stripes. He kept calling them scrapes in the video. But I wasn't picking on Curtis at all. I love Curtis, man. I love watching his videos, and I'm really, really hoping, since this is my year for GIE, I'm really hoping I get that he'll be there and I get to meet him. Curtis is one of my favorite channels by far. You know, I wish he would show more actual mowing than just before and after properties, but hey, whatever, it's his own thing. And I still like watching his videos. I still watch him anyway. Curtis is a great dude. If you guys don't watch Weed Whacker Lawn Care, then I don't know, you're missing out. But anyway, so it's Friday, and it's the first Friday all season that I have only had my Friday list to mow. That's it. I don't even know what time it is. It is 9:33. I started mowing at 8 o'clock. It took me an hour and a half to do them 2 properties. It really isn't bad. They're pretty big. A lot of weed whacking. And I mowed them both with the Great Dane, and I double cut both of them. So, and it wasn't even because, I mean, there's some grass laying for sure that I had to spread out, but it was mostly because we're getting toward the end of dandelion season, and those things are stubborn as all get out, and they just stand straight up. And you know, I slow the mower way down, and I'm going, and there's still some pieces that stand up, so you just got to go over it again. It is what it is. But anyway, they look great now. You guys just saw them, and on to the next one. So I only really have, what do I do on Fridays? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I have 10 lawns. That's all I do on Friday, 10 lawns. But they're all the size of those 2 you just seen right there. So, I mean, they're good sized lawns for sure. But I leave Fridays lighter because if I get behind during the week, you know, I average, I don't know, 16 lawns a day, usually, something like that, depending on the day. But if I get behind during the week, I have Friday to make it up, which is less chances I have to mow on Saturday and Sunday. So that's why I do it that way. But anyway, last year I had all 5 days loaded up. So if I got behind, I was guaranteed to mow on the weekends, and I don't want to do that crap this year. But on to the next ones. All right, I'll quit rambling on, and we will see what's next. I'll record something for you guys. I'm not just going to make this the video and then that's that. But I'll record something for you. I don't know. Maybe I'll screw up. Maybe I'll cut my damn toes off because I ain't wearing steel toe boots.
This one here is the backyard area of one I've showed many times. There's a huge area that goes from the front of this cabin all the way out to the road, which I will show you here in a minute when I come around the front of the house. But I've filmed that one before. I don't think I have ever filmed this back area, and it's because the guy that lives next door usually mows it, so I never have to. It was all part of my original bid when I took on this property. But I think I've only mowed it 2 or 3 times, and I've been mowing this property for about 4 years, 5 years. But for some reason this year, he's not mowing it. I don't know if the homeowner made him mad or what, but either way, no big deal. It's a real small area, and it's nice. You get a great breeze off of, that's Lake Ontario right there, and it's a really nice property to mow. So it only takes another minute or so onto my time to just knock this small part out. There's barely any trimming back here. It's mostly just the mowing. But either way, it's fun and it's easy, and it barely grows back here. So I just drop the deck right down and buzz over it real quick. It's not even like you have to double cut it, no bagging, nothing like that. But you're going to see here in a minute, excuse the bounciness of the camera. You're going to see that a lot in this video, a couple yards. But anyway, if you look to the right of the little garage there, you can kind of see it goes way up there all the way to the road. But I wanted to show you guys this. This is an old Cadillac that they have sitting down here. It used to sit in the grass. They never drive it, never do anything with it.
All right, you guys just saw the backyard, and then I showed you a little glimpse of this front yard. But I've been mowing this for years, and the first couple years that I mowed it, no problems at all. Get in here, beginning of the season, mow it. Last 2 years been a nightmare. Now last year was that never-ending spring, and I couldn't mow any of this until June. Max buried the Tiger Cat right in there, right to the frame. We had to use the dually and a rope to pull it out. I had to come back and fix that. And then up here a little ways, he buried it again. But major drainage issues. And Now this year I've mowed it. This is the third time I've mowed it, and I can't mow any of this section here. A little bit on right over here next to the driveway and a little bit on that side. Then there's, you can see where I left marks, where I went as far as I could, and then it leaves marks. I mow this section in here each week. You see a ton of grass left there. I'm about to park up here and throw the accelerator on the Great Dane and pick that up, because I could dump it right here in this little wooded area. And this area in here always holds water. I buried the Great Dane once this year. Not buried, but I got a little bit stuck right over in there. I believe I mentioned it in the video last week or the week before. I used the walker to pull it out. I'm able to mow this little section in here with a ton of grass laying there. I'm going to bag that up too real quick. This part right here is always freaking wet every time, loaded with water. That used to be the only section right there, year after year, that ever held any water. Now it's all those sections. It's become so annoying. This area up here by the road, same thing. There is I know the guy that owns this place right here. The guy got the boulders from that I had to go put in up at Venture 4th. I hope this ain't too slow. I hope I'm not leaving marks. I did a video here putting this stone back in from the ditch when I was using the power wheel broom. But anyway, so oh no, I'm not really leaving any marks. So now I have to bag this stuff up with the accelerator. But it's just become a pain in the butt. The last couple of years, it's a nightmare. This lady owns over 100 houses from what I'm told. All houses that she flips. And now she just bought that house we passed right there on the other side of the woods at the end of the year last year. And she's doing something with that. The cabin right down there that I mow, that all this property is linked to, that's not even her main house. She lives in the same village that I live in. That's just a house they come down and stay at. But all these other houses are houses they flip. But I've been telling her for years she needs to get drainage work done here. You know, it wouldn't even be that hard. You can run it right to the lake, or you can run it, there's a ditch line. You can't really see it, but it runs in between two properties all the way down. Just clean it out a little bit, and then it has drainage already put into the left side that the people of the house next door put in. You can tie into that, but nobody's doing anything about it. So every year I deal with it. I'm really thinking about dumping this property. I mean, she's super sweet. She actually used to be one of my teachers at school, and she pays very well. Pays online, pays on time every time, never chase her, but man, it's just a pain to deal with every year, and I got to deal with, am I going to bury a mower, and this, it's a mess. It's a mess, but sometimes you got to deal with that stuff.
I could always be the one you want to call when it's cold outside. I will always be the one that's right here standing by your side. Open up your heart and let me in. I promise not to break you. I promise I'll be all that you want. So let me in my heart before. Let me in. Oh, your love explodes. Our heart implodes. Your love explodes. Our hearts implode.
Okay, I'm just showing you guys this real quick. You get a glimpse of the property. Excuse the big bounciness, but I mowed this down last week to 3.5 inches with the walker, and then I ran over it with the Great Dane down at 3 inches, and it left a little bit of grass. I was really trying to get it down, but anyway, so I cut it at 3 inches this week with the Great Dane, and then ran over it with the walker to pick up all the grass, but it came out very, very nice. But see, told you these properties are big.
Told you my lawns aren't small on Fridays. I got 10 of them like that. They're biggins. Like Johnny Moe says, you're helping, baby, you're helping. That's right, for a solo guy to do 10 lawns like that a day, and a lot of my lawns are like that all week long. Not that, I got a bunch that are that big throughout the week, but it's not like an all-day thing. But even my other ones are like half the size of that is my normal lawn. Half the size of that one right there. But it's a lot, man. It's a lot. I got one left. I'm tired. This house here, it's really weird because it, not this past winter, the winter before, all winter long I'd send her a bill for plowing snow, and she would like, it was always late, but during the summer I send her a bill and it's always on time, every time, her payment. I never have to chase her for money. And it was late that whole winter, and then here came this past winter, same thing. I was like, what the heck is going on here? So her niece got a hold of me and said she went in the hospital for like a 4-week thing. It turned out she was in there for like 5 months. So now she's back. Anyway, she's been back home for a couple weeks now. And I was just mowing it right here, and I come around from the front, and there's an ambulance in the driveway with the lights on. And they were taking her out on a gurney. I don't know. It might not be mowing this one much longer. That's sad. She's a sweet lady, man. Really sweet. There were 3 other cars in the driveway. They're all like her nurses and her aides and stuff. I think one of them was her niece's car. And so I finished up mowing in the back, tried to stay out of their way, and I come back around front. Everybody's gone. The ambulance is gone. All the other cars are gone. Everyone's gone. Huh? Time to eat, baby. Ham and Swiss. Ham and Swiss and horseradish sauce. I love it. Anyway, gotta go to the next one.